Paul Groves is next in the firing line. Oh, there wasn't an awful lot to spare. He looked calm enough. It all comes down to this now. Chris Myers must score for Torquay. Oh, McElhardy got his hands to it, but could only direct it up into the roof of the net. Got both hands to it. If Garner can score, it goes to sudden death. But it's already sudden death for him. He's got to score. Andy Garner for Blackpool. He's done it. We go on to sudden death. Coolly done by the skipper. And would you believe it, the goalkeeper is going to take the next one. It's going to be Gareth Howells, the Torquay goalkeeper. Beats his opposite number. Dave Bamber has been nominated next for Blackpool. You can hardly believe that these players have got to go through this at this stage of the season, but ironically in the week when Europe's most prestigious club game was settled on penalties, it's all on again. Bamber, oh, dreadfully wide. What a disaster for Dave Bamber. Torquay United's long wait is over. Blackpool, who might easily have been crowned champions on the closing Saturday of the regular season, are condemned to another year in Division 4. A bitter, bitter pill for them to swallow. And how ironic that Dave Bamber, who did so much to resurrect their promotion bid, should be the man who missed the crucial penalty. Tears inevitably in the Blackpool ranks. And the Fellowship of Footballers, because Torquay know it could so easily have been them. But their goalkeeper, Gareth Howells, stood up and was counted to take the penalty, which gave them the advantage, and poor Dave Bamber could not answer. So Torquay United's topsy-turvy season ends in triumph.
A worse moment in football than this?
I've had a worse moment in my life, football.
This was the moment when Dave Bamber took the most unwanted place in the Football League record books.
As the sun begins to set in the distance. And there's a chance, it's a goal! It's Paul Groves for the Seasiders after 40 minutes.
Well, the Barnet players are very unhappy now. What can Andy Pape do here? Garner v Pape. 10 minutes of the second half gone. Garner scores!
Wembley!
Kicked. The referee.
We are there! We have done it again! Blackpool are back at Wembley!
Phil Green, with his daughter Victoria as mascot, leads out his Scunthorpe United side for what is a high spot in any football career. For them, it's a bit of history. The first time any Humberside team has made it to Wembley. The prize at stake is from a hot, sultry day at Wembley. Let's check on the two lineups for you. Scunthorpe are unchanged for the 9th successive game, which means Jason White, their second top scorer with 13, stays on the bench. Two players with Wembley experience, Tony Dawes with England schoolboys, and Matt Elliott. There he is. He's on loan from Torquay, for whom he played here in their victory over Blackpool in last year's playoff final. The Blackpool 11 today includes 9 men who played that day against Torquay. The exceptions are the fullbacks Dave Burgess and Mitch Cook. Top scorer Dave Bamber, whose missed penalty 12 months ago lost the match for Blackpool, plays despite needing an operation on his knee. And today's referee, one of the most experienced in the game, Keith Hackett from Sheffield. And it's Blackpool in the tangerine shirts, playing from left to right to get us underway. But if the experience of this occasion favours Blackpool, then it's Scunthorpe who have the better form, unbeaten in their last 10 games. Dave Bamber must surely have remembered during the morning and during the build-up that missed penalty 12 months ago, which meant another season in Division 4 for Blackpool. Bamber, a real handful for any defence. Garner first time. Samways positioned well on his 6-yard line. And he'll be glad about that. First real effort of the game for Blackpool. No real backlift for Garner, but not really causing any problem for Mark Samways. Mike Davis. And he too being allowed to run to within 30 yards of the Scunthorpe goal without challenge. In by Ayres. Away by Longdon, and Hill has space. Has he got the confidence to go himself? Dawes. Buckley. Gross arriving to his right. There he is. 2 in the penalty area to Amat. In for Halliwell, got the header. And away by Phil Horner. But Ian Halliwell, such an awkward customer, the former York City player. And Phil Horner saved his team. Just watch this. Goalkeeper came, never really looked likely to get it. Halliwell's clean header, and Horner away. In by Longdon, curling a bit. Goalkeeper again uncertain, but this time the referee gives him the free kick. Ian Halliwell this time adjudged to challenged unfairly Steve McElhargy, but he's had an awkward couple of minutes at the hands of Ian Halliwell. Hill's header. Bamber, but nobody in front of him. Easy for Elliott. Well-timed run, Hamilton, here's Hill. Played in, little touch from Hamilton, and it was what, a foot over? Timed his arrival absolutely perfectly. Hill might have thought about the shot here. This is roughly where he scored 3 games ago against Carlisle, just like that. Played it in unselfishly. Hamilton's flick, a foot over. That's the best chance of the match for Ian Hamilton, no question about that. 4 years at Scunthorpe. Here's Garner for Blackpool. For Longdon's challenge. Nicely done by Rodwell. Hill back to challenge. That's 2 attempts to clear, both unsuccessful. Bamba! Dave Bamba! And does that make up for a year ago? One of the easiest goals he's ever scored, but they don't care how easy it was. That's what happens if you give a man who's 6'3" that much space a yard out. Scunthorpe had 2 attempts to clear there. Hill tried, Longdon tried, both failed, and Bamba left with the easiest of headers. Nicely placed. Blackpool 1, Scunthorpe 0, and it's 36 for the season for Dave Bamba.
The seasiders fans go wild.
So Scunthorpe find themselves a goal down on their first ever appearance at Wembley. So it's one very happy, colourful set of fans who've come down the M6 and the M1, and the fans who've come down the M180 and the M1 much less happy. So we approach half-time. And indeed, we're at half-time. And Dave Bamba, the man who was the unhappiest man in football 12 months ago, is the man who gives Blackpool a half-time lead, and it came only minutes after Scunthorpe had had a great chance to go in front themselves. Who knows what will happen in the second half? You can find out after this break. Scunthorpe a 0-0 down to Blackpool as we start the second half. Scunthorpe kicking from left to right, and they have 45 minutes in which to keep alive their chances of promotion this season. Martin. Space here. Great effort, great shot, Tony Dawes. What a way to come back. Bill Green off the bench. They came storming out in the second half. Laid off beautifully. First time. How about that? His 11th goal of the season, and he would have had more, but for quite a period out with injury. And what a contrast to the scenes at the end of the first half. They've never been to Wembley before. I think they enjoy the experience. That's a good ball from Garner. Two getting in each other's way. Here's Ayres. Bamba calling for it, far post. Ayres tries on his own. Well, it looked optimistic, but he hit it very well. Bamba was calling for it. Ayres was quite happy that he could try it all on his own. Little look up, swivel of the hips, swerve a little bit, good effort. Dave Hill, we understand from down below, has taken a bit of a knock, so just as a precaution, the subs are warming up. Meanwhile, chances here for Hamilton. Back in from Buckley, little flick. Dawes was very close to his second. Just the slightest of touches. Buckley with the first-time ball curled back in. Dawes on the end of it, left-footed, and he's about the same distance away as Hamilton was in the first half. Here's for Flick, Bamba with chances. Is that a penalty? No. Well, Bamba can't believe it. He certainly looked to be taken from behind. Keith Hackett was a good way behind the play, understandably, and that is an aggrieved man. He's in an offside position now, Bamba. Now he's walked back onside. Chances here. Ayres!